Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. So, this is my country. This is where I come from. One of the things, first of all, I'm a leader of a team, so I didn't do this on my own. My teammates are here. Okay. So, this is my country. This is where I come from. One of the things I realized during PGC is that you're always a part of something bigger than you. I'm a Colombian, so my actions will have an effect on my country, and I want to change it for the better. I want to do great things for it. I don't want to be a regular person. I want to be a great person, which will turn me into a great Colombian. Of course. And me and my teammates have started that journey. I learned that I am capable of anything and that my age doesn't limit me in any way, and the fact that I'm a teen just makes me powerful and nothing less. And what we accomplished with these challenges is what helped us, my team and I, realize this. For the Hemp Challenge, we handed out these flyers to people in the streets, around our neighborhoods, at school, in shopping malls. Each circle has a fact about hemp, which is called Kanye Move in Spanish. And see that picture in the middle? Well, it gave us a lot of trouble. I was kicked out of a mall for it, but I still gave a flyer to the manager to avoid misunderstandings. We stood in front of our high school classmates to talk about plastic pollution, and we played a video about the Pacific garbage patch, because this is a subject I'm passionate about, and I think it's not logical that we have an island of plastic. So, the silence in the venue while the video was playing was incredible, mostly because people at our school always talk during seminars, no matter who's talking to them, so they were so attentive, and that was impressive. And before, I would have never thought about standing in front of an audience to talk about what I want for the world. And that's important, right? So we talked to our food service coordinator, she's Gina Vargas, about eliminating GMOs and implementing Meatless Mondays. Well, first of all, she had no idea about GMOs, which is typical in Colombia. But she was so concerned about their existence, and she was interested in the subject. She wanted to know more. She asked me to send her my investigation, which I did, and she committed to support us in any projects we had. And this is a photo of her holding a sign. Well, you can't see that well, but the sign says, "I am committed to turn this cafeteria into a non-GMO place." Yay! And regarding Midlist Mondays, well, she said it would be better if the community agreed with it first. So that takes us into the Midlist Campaign. We wrote an article talking about the purpose of Midlist Mondays, because it's important for people to know why. The whys are important. And then with the food challenge, we created a food policy club, and there the idea of a social media challenge emerged. So now every Monday, we create this Facebook event called Meatless Monday, and we invite the whole school, and we post infographics like this one to let people know why, so they can understand. And now people are doing Meatless Mondays. It's a fashion. This is Juan Pablo Aljure. He's our school's principal. He's the main reason why my teammates could be here, so thank you, Juan Pablo, from the bottom of my heart, wherever you are. We were talking to him about the school's biodegradable cleaning products and how they were not working so well. This was after the clean challenge, so we told him about the multi-purpose cleaner, which I cleaned my bathroom with. It's with baking soda, vinegar, and lemon. And he said that could be the solution to that problem. After, try and effort. We mobilized a lot of people in general, and a clear example of this is the Green Team. We gathered this amazing group of people who are willing to support us and help us in any way they can. And I'm sure that when I get back to Colombia, they are going to help me and my team ban GMOs in Colombia, which is an initiative that emerged yesterday. How did we accomplish all of these things? Well, by starting the change within ourselves. And change implies action. Doing things like going to the farmer's market, avoiding plastic, avoiding single rides, buying fair trade, buying organic are important, and the list just goes on. But change also implies thought, and my way of thinking has changed so much after PGC because my mind has been expanded. And it cannot be put into words, but I'm gonna try. So, this is a plastic bottle before PGC. This is what I would see, just a plastic bottle, and nothing else. And when it was thrown away, it would disappear. Well now, this is my mind after PGC when I see a plastic bottle. Well, it's completely clear that there's no away in the throwaway. That's a complete lie. So now I think about the oil used in its production, the water used in its production. I think about how it will end up in a landfill, emitting greenhouse gases, polluting our soil, and contaminating groundwater, which is one of the few sources of drinkable water on Earth. I think about how it will end up in the ocean, releasing toxics into the water, harming marine life, and unbalancing ecosystems. I think about how it will break down into smaller pieces, which will be eaten by small fish, entering plastic into our food chain and poisoning us. Oh, God. I think about how it will end up choking a seal or a turtle. So, in conclusion, this is what conventional thinking looks compared to conscious thinking. This is the transition I made. Conventional sees just a small part of the picture. It's reduced. Just what's obvious, just what's in front of me. And conscious illuminates the whole picture, the whole world. It is a global vision. But it's not easy to live in a world full of conventional people when one is conscious. Because you will always encounter people who are not willing to make little sacrifices for the common benefit. Because selfishness is so strong in our society, and it manifests in all of us here in different degrees. Selfishness is the world's worst problem. If you come to think about it, if selfishness was put aside, the quest for food monopolization wouldn't exist. Nobody would enslave children to earn more money from chocolate bars, and we wouldn't even have to pay for food. If selfishness was put aside, money wouldn't even exist, because sharing would be the main motive and inspiration for all actions. But what's the idea? The idea is to convince people to make the transition, and not cry and moan about how things are so wrong in the world and do nothing. Well, you can cry, as I did during PGC. I cried a lot. But the idea is to convince them by sharing your knowledge. And knowledge is important, but what's most important is kindness, because I think kindness is what's moving us all in here to do these things. Either we want to be kind to animals, to water, to politicians. That's not true, but okay. To other people, or just be kind to everything that exists. Kindness is so important. I learned that sharing and communication are the key, and that sharing what I want for the world and including others in my journey is what will make things happen, because the world doesn't rely on one person, and change happens with a group of people, but it starts with one. So that's when the saying that goes, the more the merrier, becomes true. So I want to say thank you to everyone that's here at this organization, and I want to say that I'm happy to be a part of this PGC tribe, this PGC family, and that we are changing the world with passion, with love, with respect, with kindness, with knowledge, and that we are changing the world. And I can do whatever I want to do. So yeah, thank you. That's it.